not at a zoo right now. Like, what are you doing? Who let this orangutan loose? I'm real confused right now. Like, she was really jumping up, pushing on walls. Like, that was supposed to intimidate me. Like, I'm just so confused. So then I'm like, if this bitch wanna go, let's go. Hello, friends. It's your girl, Venice Antoinette, here with another video. And in today's video, I'm doing my very first story time. So before anyone asks, don't be worried. In this specific story time, I didn't actually get jumped. However, I came very, very close. So please listen to the story to learn more. So basically, just to give you guys a rough background so that everything makes sense. One, any names that I use in this video are not real because I do not want to use real names. I don't want to hear, oh, I know him, is that blah, 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 blah. Or I don't want to hear, don't talk about me in this video. Why are you putting my business out? Blah, blah, blah. So no, nobody's name in this video is going to be real, number one. Number two, just for background information, I went to Penn State. I graduated from Penn State. We are Penn State. Thank you. You're welcome. Yes, that's me. Penn State pride. Love it. And so my first 2 years, I went to Penn State Altoona. And my last 2 years, I went to main campus. So this specific story is going to be dealing when I was in Altoona. Because if those who went to Penn State Altoona know, when you go there, you go to main campus a lot because of how close it is. So anyway, let's get into the story. So basically, at that time, I was dealing with my on and off again ex-boyfriend. We're going to call him Jeffrey. So why? I have no idea, but we're going to call him Jeffrey. So at that time, I was dealing with my on again, off again boyfriend, Jeffrey. And so Jeffrey was up at main campus Penn State. I was at Altoona. So me and my current two best friends, we'll just call them Tisha and Brittany. The three of us were going to a pageant that was at main campus. So when we got to main campus, we went to the pageant, went to see our friend. She did a great job. And then Jeffrey hits me up and is like, oh, you guys should come by. Let's hang out. You know, he was cool with my friends. I was cool with his friends. Everything was perfect. We were just so in love. You know, all that bullshit that happens when you blind in love. The biggest waste of 6 years of my life. That's a story for another day, but you'll see part of it today, you guys. But anyway, so, yeah. So after the pageant, you know, we go up to his house and hang out with, we didn't go to his house. We went to his homeboy's house, and his homeboy lived across the street from his house. So we go to his homeboy's house. We all chilling. Now, those who know me know I'm a tomboy. I like playing 2K. I like playing Madden. I love playing sports. I love arguing sports. Anyway, moving forward. So we were playing Madden. I was extremely upset because I was getting my ass beat, y'all. I'm not going to sit here and lie. I was really getting beat, like, really bad. Like, it was embarrassing. Oh, just to give you how the place was set up, when you walk into the apartment, it was set up where you walked in. It was a nice living room, you know, artwork all over the place, big TV, and then it was like a large chair and then a couch that everyone could sit on. So he and I were sharing the chair. Obviously, I was sitting on his lap, and then everyone else was on the couch. When I started losing the game, my petty ass got right up off his lap, walked over to the couch, threw the controller, and I was done. I was so mad. But that just, you know, this is me. But anyway, so like him and his homeboy are playing, and then me and my friends, we just chill and watch. I'm not watching because I'm still mad about the L I just took because I was talking so much. Like, y'all don't understand. I'm the queen of shit talking. Like, I will shit talk the shit talker out. Like, I was shit talking for real and got my ass beat. So I was pretty upset about that. So I was not watching the game, but they were, and we was all chilling, having a good time. So in the midst of that, this girl who I also went to Penn State Altoona with walked in the door. So I was really thrown off when I saw her walk in the room. She was closer with one of my friends. We'll go with Brittany. She was closer with Brittany. But I met her through Brittany. But yeah, like, you know, all of us knew each other. So she walks in. You could tell she was thrown off by seeing me. I was completely thrown off by seeing her. Like, I was extremely confused. Like, who does she know here? So immediately when she walks in, she says, "Oh, hey guys." I'm like, "Oh, hey." So I'm thinking, you know, she's here to see Jeffrey's roommate. And so, because it was Jeffrey's roommate's house. But when she walks in, she goes over to the chair and sits on Jeffrey's lap. What? So I'm like, wait, what is going on right now? So, like, she sits on his lap, and then he, like, pushes her off or whatever, but it's, like, more playful-like. So I'm like, he's flirting. But, I mean, he had a very flirtatious personality. So I was just like, it's not that deep. So then she sits on his lap again, and then, you know, he pushes her off again. And then she sits back on the third time, and he just lets it go. So now I had the attitude. Because so now I'm staring at him like, I'm beaming this man down. Like, I know he could feel my stare. And, like, you know how you can feel somebody staring at you? You can just feel it on the side of your face. I know for a fact he felt me staring at his ass. And so I could tell he purposely was trying not to look at me because he could feel me staring at him. So he's looking at the TV straight like this. He didn't blink. He didn't look to the side. He did nothing. He's just looking like this. Straight. So I know he felt me staring at him. So finally, after like a couple minutes go by, maybe like, it felt like 15 to me, but in reality, it was probably like 3 or 4 minutes go by. He finally, like, you know, pushes her off his lap, and he turns to me, and he's like, "Yo, Venice, do you want to, let's go over to my house real quick so you can get your stuff?" Because I had been over there before, and I left, like, some of my stuff that I needed to get. So I'm like, yeah, let's go do that. Let's go over to your house so I can get my stuff. So I have a whole attitude. So I'm getting up out the couch, and she looked mad confused, like, what just happened? So we walk out, you know, go in the car, and as soon as we get in the car, the first thing he turns to me, he's like, "Denise, before you start tripping, before you say anything, because trust and believe, I'm that girl. I am that girl. I will lay you the fuck out. Don't even try it." But he was like, before you say anything, before you go off, before any of that, I'm not having sex with her. That's just my friend. We don't talk. That's not my girl. We never mess. Blah, blah, blah. She's just cool. She came to visit. Da, 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 da. It's nothing like that. So I'm like, so why she had to sit in your lap like that? And he's like, no, it's not like that, you know. Like, she's just flirtatious, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, okay, whatever. Because I'm young, dumb, retarded, in love. So I just was believing anything he was saying to me at this time, because why would the love of my life lie to me, right? Right. So we go over to his house. I get my stuff. We leave and go back to the house. So when we go back to the house or whatever, I'm just so happy. I just got some good D. I got my stuff back. I'm just so happy and excited. The love of my life is here. And so me and my friends get up, and we're like heading back because we had to go back to Penn State Altoona or whatever, because I think this was like a Sunday and we had class the next day. I don't know what we were thinking, but yeah. So we're about to head back, and then that's when my ex, Jeffrey, says, "Oh, I want to come down, you know, and spend the weekend with you next weekend. What day can I come? Blah, blah, blah." And I'm like, "Oh, you can come any day. Da, 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 blah, 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 blah." So we're exchanging, and then the girl who was my associate, we'll call her Tamika. So Tamika, she's like, "Oh, you coming down? We all got to turn up." So I'm like, "Yeah, turn up, blah, 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 blah." Dumb, retarded. You'll see later. But yeah, so that's all we talking about. So anyway, so basically it was confirmed that he was coming down to Penn State Altoona the following week, and we were all going to, go out and have fun. So we go down, everything's cool. So in the midst of this, the following weekend, the reason he wanted to come down was because it was his birthday, and he wanted to spend his birthday with me, apparently. So, apparently, remember that. So basically, me and my roommate at that time, we'll call her Allison. Allison's best friend and my ex-boyfriend had the same birthday. So, and they both were potheads. Like, just be honest, they both were potheads. So me and my roommate decided, let's have a weed party. Makes perfect sense. So we making brownies, we had the joints, the blunts, everything rolling. Like, it was just turned. So we're all excited. So my roommate Allison's best friend went to Penn State Altoona. So when she comes in, we have her surprise first. My ex-boyfriend was up at main campus, which was 30 minutes away, so he had to drive down. Prior to him coming down, he had hit me up saying, he was about to leave. And so in the midst of that, our friend Tamika texts my phone and is like, oh, what time are you going up to go get Jeffrey? Because I want to come along with you. So that threw me off guard, because I'm just like, why is she that pressed to go pick him up? Like, exactly what does she need to go with me for? Like, for what? Why do you want to go? And so I turned to my roommate Allison and I asked her, and she's like, yeah, that is a little strange. Maybe you should ask him. So, mind you, I'm on the phone with him because I'm just trying to calm myself down, because I know I can overreact sometimes. So I have to confirm with people who are calmer than me at times to make sure that I'm not tripping. So I'm on the phone with him, and he's telling me, like, no, it's not like that. Like, I don't know why she's acting like that. It's not that deep, blah, blah, blah. I'm about to leave the house. I'm coming down there now. And so I'm just confused, because I'm like, I never said I was driving up to pick him up. So one, why is she under the impression that I'm coming to pick you up? And two, why is she that comfortable to hit me up and ask me if she can ride with me to go pick you up? But he assured me it wasn't that deep. I'm blindly in love. So I'm like, okay, whatever. He said this, I'm cool with it, blah. So I respond, and then my roommate Allison tells me, oh, well, just pretend like you're going up to pick him up and see what her response is. So I'm like, okay. So I'm like, oh, me and Allison are already on our way up there, but we'll be back. And so she responds, is like, okay, make sure you take care of my bae. Your what? Your bae. Now I go off. Yeah, I go the fuck off. Like, complete. Your bae? Fuck you mean your bae? So I call him immediately. Like, I'm just like, why this bitch calling you her bae? Blah, blah. Like, I'm off. I'm mad. I don't remember everything I said, to be honest with y'all. But I was just completely mad. So then he's like, chill. I don't know what's wrong with this girl, blah, blah. I'm like, did you have sex with her? That's what the fuck I want to know. Blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm just going off. My roommate, Allison, comes in because she's trying to calm me down, because at this point, we already did the surprise for her best friend, and all of, her friends are there in the other side of the room. And so she closes the door and comes in like, yo, what's going on, blah, blah, blah. I'm explaining to her. She's like, calm down. She's tripping, blah, blah, blah. And so my ex-boyfriend, Jeffrey, is on the phone like, he's like, look, Denise, I don't know what's going on. Like, it's not that deep, blah, 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 blah. I don't understand why she's acting like this. I never wanted to be with that girl. I never had sex with her. I got head from her one time a while ago. It's not that deep, blah, blah, blah. I'm mad. But then, of course, I'm blindly in love again. So I'm just like, okay, whatever, blah, blah. Plus, it's his birthday. I done already spent all this money on this man's birthday to surprise him. So, of course, I have to play it. Well, I don't have to. I could have easily did it, all of this. But But again, I was young, dumb, and in love, so I was just like, okay, whatever. So, I just didn't respond to her text message. I just completely ignored it. At least that's how I remember it. At some point, I ignored it. It might not have been that specific text message, because I probably responded knowing me. But at some point, I ignored her text message and did not reply back. And so, I continue with the party. So he comes in, you know, him and his homeboy or whatever. And so I had invited his friends. We have a surprise. Everything's cool. So anyway, so after we're playing like Truth or Dare, we're playing like, you know, drinking games. We're playing like 10 Finger. You know, we're playing all types of games. So finally, Allison and his homeboy go off in her room. And then me and Jeffrey go off in my room. So then something tells me to go look at my phone. I look at my phone. I have 26 missed calls, 17 unread text messages, and about 10 voicemails. This is all from the girl, Tamika. In the midst of me about to go through and read all these text messages, I hear a bang on not my front door, my actual bedroom door. Like, this bitch went past the front. She busted through the apartment and went straight to my front door and is busting on my door. Like, Jeffrey, where the fuck you supposed to be at tonight? Where you at? I know you in there with that bitch. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, whoa. So I'm butt ass naked banging on my door like, let me the fuck through. So apparently what happened was, I got this backstory later. So at that time, my closest friend at Penn State, we're going to call her Kayla. Kayla was at our male friend's apartment. It was like 4 of them. And so Tamika went to their apartment because she knew where they lived and asked where I lived. And so they told her, but the reason they told her was because she went about it like, because they knew, like me and her had class together. And so she went about it like, oh, I need to ask her a question about class, blah, blah, blah. Like, she went about it like it was something innocent. So, you know, they told her where my apartment was. So after she left, my friend Kayla said, ding, ding, ding. I think that's the same girl who Venice told me was at Jeffrey's house when she went up there. So she took 2 of them with her and ran up to the apartment. And when she ran up to the apartment, that's when the girl Tamika had come through my front door. And so the 2 guys were at my bedroom door holding it so that I couldn't get through and so that she couldn't get through. And then my friend Kayla was trying to hold everything apart so that she would go. But, you know, the bitch was crazy. So that's the reason why I couldn't get through, if anybody's wondering why I couldn't get through my own bedroom apartment, because it was 3 people holding me back from getting there. And I'm sitting here trying to bang down the door butt ass naked. My ex-boyfriend's laughing at me like, you really trying to fight naked right now? Like, put some clothes on. Like, let's be real. So, like, I'm putting on his sweatshirt. He's trying to open the door, and he realizes that, like, it's mad people holding the door down because he can't open it. He's strong as shit. So, like, we're both irritated at this point. Like, yo, let me through the door. And I'm like, yo, let me through the door. Like, this is my house. Blah, blah. So she must have called my friend Kayla a bitch or something like that. I don't know. But they got into an encounter. And so my friend Kayla, who was still holding on to the door, let go when I was still trying to get through. Basically, because she was about to hit her. So I open the door. I see Kayla about to hit her. I grab her arm, throw her back. I go to try to hit her. And then my ex-boyfriend literally picks my little ass up. Because if y'all don't realize, I'm really not that big. But he picks me up, throws me in the bed, and then he goes, grabs the girl up, throws her literally out of my house, and then takes her and drags her down the hallway pretty much. I mean, not like he's not disrespectful. He didn't doggy drag her, but he pretty much is like yanking her like, let's go, because this is fucking crazy. So he like takes her down the hallway. So like, Basically, I'm like still mad going off, and so I go and I'm like getting a knife because I'm like, I'm gonna have to cut somebody's throat tonight. Fuck's wrong with these people coming to my fucking house today? And so I go in the hallway and I see him basically cussing her out, like basically tells her to leave, go home, and he comes back to my house. So I'm a little boosted, like my ego a little boosted, like, yeah, he told her. Granted, in my mind, I should have been thinking, why this bitch come to my house because you told her that you were going to her house. But at that time, that's what I was thinking. So, I put my little knife away, go back in the apartment, and then I get mad all over again because I just thought about the fact that somebody just came to my house, damn near threatened my life over this man. So, my crazy self, I picked up a vacuum cleaner. And I'm sitting here trying to hit him with the vacuum cleaner. Like, you had this bitch in my house. Like, I'm literally trying to hit him with a vacuum cleaner, you guys. Like, a fucking vacuum cleaner. I don't know what I was thinking. I guess it's the size. Like, I'm tall for a female. I'm 5'9". My ex-boyfriend was about 6'4", 6'5". So the vacuum in my mind evened us out. So I took the vacuum and hit him with the vacuum because I was mad. Granted, I will say it was a very small vacuum and I did miss. I didn't hit him, but I tried. And, he comes in the room or whatever and he apologizes. He's like, I'm so sorry that you had to go through this. Blah, 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 blah. He just knows what to say to make me happy, calm me down, blah, blah. So we go to bed. In my mind, I'm not going to class the next day. I only had one class. I wasn't going. The crazy part was, the one class I had was a morning class, and it was with her. But me not going had nothing to do with her. It was because I was tired as fuck, and he was there, and I wanted to spend time with him. So, next day comes, I wake up to a text message from her, basically like, bitch, where you at? I'm in class. Don't try to be a punk ass bitch now. Don't try to be scared now. I'm sitting out here waiting for you. He not here, so what's up? So I'm about to respond, and then he was leaning over my shoulder because I guess he saw her name pop up. And so he read the text message while I was reading it. I didn't realize this. And so when I'm about to respond, he grabs my phone, pulls out his phone, and calls her. So when he calls her, he tells her basically like, first of all, this has absolutely nothing to do with Venice, so don't try to bring her into this. This is between me and you. I don't want to be with you. I came here to see her. Get over it. And he was like, but if you have an issue, you can come to me directly. Don't try to bring her into our issues. And so she was like, well, she wasn't saying that last night when she blah, blah, blah. He was like, again, this has nothing to do with Venice. Don't try to bring her into it, blah, blah, blah. So everything's dead. Everything's cool. So the rest of the week goes by, 7 whole days. Nothing happens between me and her. We had class. Obviously, we're not associates, friends, nothing no more. I don't speak to her when I see her. I just keep walking. But nothing crazy happened. So everything's cool. So fast forward 7 days later, this guy on campus who I was cool with had a party. He was not cool with her at all. For other reasons I'm not going to speak of, but he did not fool with Tamika at all. Like, that was not his people's. And so, but it was his birthday or whatever, so he had a birthday party. He invited me, my friend Kayla, and then my other friend, we'll say Tisha. And so, me, Kayla, and Tisha, and then my old roommate, Allison, go to the party. So we're all, at the party, chilling and having a good time. And then we go back in his room to catch some air because it's hot. Because this is like an apartment party. Y'all in college know them parties get hot. Like when you under 21 and you still partying in people's houses and apartments, it gets hot. So we are hot. So we go back in the room, open the window, trying to cool down or whatever, sitting on the floor, on the bed, whatever, trying to cool down. In the midst of that, somebody bangs on the door, opens up, and it's her, 2 of her female friends, and 3 of her guy friends. It was either 2 or 3 guys. I'm just going with two. So we'll say two guy friends and then her and her two friends. So it's three girls and two guys. They come up in the party. So they have attitude, I guess, because she wasn't invited. Granted, he didn't fool her, but that's for other reasons we're not going to speak of. So she has attitude about that. So that's already an issue. Then she also knew I was there. So all I hear out of nowhere is, where the fuck that bitch Venice at? Where Venice at? Blah, blah, blah. Where she at? Da, da, da. So I'm just like, yo, what is going on right now? So my sissy Kayla, she goes outside. And she's like, oh, looking for Venice. Oh, looking for Venice. And they're like, bitch, you can get it too, blah, 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 da, 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 and all this type of crazy stuff. And then I guess, like, my friend Kayla, she's talking smack, but in the midst of this, a fight broke out between a whole different party. This had nothing to do with us. A whole different party. A fight broke out, and so, like, party ends. Everybody leaves. So we're leaving, and me, Tisha, and Allison can't find my friend Kayla. So I'm, like, getting in my car worried, like, where's she at? Where's she at? And so finally, I pull up. She running down the block by herself looking for the girl. The girl Tamika and her friends who were all in there yelling for me, basically. And so I'm like, get in the car. This don't make no damn sense. Blah, blah, blah. So she gets in the car, and then the girl Tamika hits my phone. And so when she hits my phone, I don't know if I responded, but I do remember that my friend Kayla called her from a block number. Like, she blocked her number and called her, basically, like, talking, you know, you call me a bitch, you just da-da-da-da, I'm gonna be at this place, blah, 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 we live here, meet us there. She's like, all right, bitch, we gonna be there. So me and Kayla drop everybody else off. Me and my roommate are supposed to be on our way up back to Penn State, Maine, to go see my ex-boyfriend and, you know, his homeboy who she was fooling with. And so she's like going back in the apartment. Me and Kayla sitting outside for about 15-20 minutes. Nobody came, so we was like, whatever. So we leave. She goes to her apartment, I go to mine. So after I pack up my stuff, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go to the car I'm gonna go get the car, bring it up to the front so we can head up to go see, you know, my ex-boyfriend and his friend with my roommate Allison. And so I go by myself, grab my bags, walk around the corner. When I walk around the corner, I see Tamika, the two female friends she was with, so 3 girls, and then I guess 2 guys who she was with too. So these 5 people who were all looking for me. So, and I'm by myself, remember that. So I'm like, what did I just walk into? Like, what's going on? So, so basically, they all looking for me like, you called from a block number, bitch, you corny, blah, 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 this, da, 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 da. Mind you, I'm not going to call nobody from no block number. If I'm calling you and cussing you out, I want you to know that it was me. Now, granted, it was my friend who called them, but I'm about to snitch on her. At the end of the day, all you need to know was that it wasn't me. So girl Tamika is in the background going off like, this bitch up, blah, blah, jumping around like goddamn orangutan, punching walls, trying to climb up on walls. Like, it was just ridiculous. Like, what are you doing? Like, bitch, we not at a zoo right now. Like, what are you doing? Who let this orangutan loose? I'm real confused right now. Like, she was really jumping up, pushing on walls. Like, that was supposed to intimidate me. Like, I'm just so confused. So then I'm like, if this bitch want to go, let's go. But what the issue was that the friends who were there to hold me back were holding me back, but I'm by myself, and it's 5 of them. What the fuck are you holding me back for? Like, that doesn't make sense. That makes no sense. Confused while I was being held back, while this orangutan then went loose, was jumping around, punching goddamn cement walls like that was supposed to intimidate somebody or something. So, in the midst of that, me and my friend Kayla, who was the one who called in the first place, lived in the same building. Somehow she got a whiff of this. I don't know who told her. I don't know who called her. I don't know who knocked on her door, whatever. Somehow she got a whiff that all these people came to my house. So all I remember is her coming down the hallway like, oh, wanna fight my sissy? And she had butcher knives in her hands. She was not playing with nobody, because at the end of the day, it was me, her, against these 5 people, because these dudes looked like they was riding for whoever, and then these 3 girls had an attitude for whatever. So it was 5 of them against 2 of us. She brought butcher knives because nobody was playing out in these streets. So she comes out with her butcher knives. Now everybody's trying to hold her back. So all the people who was holding me back, they immediately run to her. Half of them run to her. Half of them run to the goddamn loose orangutan that's goddamn beating on the walls and shit. And so me, I take the initiative to go towards this orangutan who's been hitting walls talking about she gonna hit me. But, you know, nothing happened. She, I guess, whatever, maybe they was holding her back too tight. I don't know what happened. But fast forward, the 2 dudes ended up taking the knives from my homegirl. She's upset, but whatever. So she's arguing with everybody because now everybody realizes, because she basically says, I'm the one who called y'all from the block number. I'm the one who said blah, blah, blah this, blah, blah, blah that. I'm the one who this. Like, she's owning up to all this shit straight up. And I'm riding. So whatever. So, well, we riding for each other. So, fast forward, long story short, in the midst of all of this arguments going on, all this yelling, all this orangutan going loose but not punching nobody except the walls, nothing really happens. So the orangutan's 2 friends end up apologizing because they didn't understand that the orangutan that went loose was delusional and crazy. So they end up apologizing. Me and Kayla go back to Kayla's apartment. We just whatever. And, you know, we chilling. Everybody coming back like, y'all bullies. Y'all this. We bullies, but it was 5 against 2. Whatever. I still have a problem with that to this day, that we were called bullies for that. But whatever. It's cool. So then, you know, we go back up. Me and I go back up to meet up with my roommate Allison, who was standing there the whole time. And we end up going up to my ex-boyfriend's house, tell him about it. He's pissed, but nothing really happened. And then after that, you know, Shorty posted her little statuses, had her little attitudes, and that was basically it. So, yeah, that's pretty much my story time of when I almost got jumped over what I thought to be my man, but of course he wasn't shit, which is why we're not together now. Took me, after that event, took me about 1.5 years longer to figure that shit out. But yeah, and yeah, if you want me to tell more story times, comment below and I will be happy because I have plenty of them. Love you guys. Subscribe.